It was the violent arrest that began the precursor, really, for the L.A. riots. On this day in 1991, Rodney King viciously beaten by L.A. police officers at the end of a high-speed pursuit. Those officers acquitted a year later, igniting one of the darkest chapters in this country's history. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Sid Garcia.
It's been 30 years since Rodney King was brutally beaten by 4 LAPD officers, a beating that was caught on videotape. The officers were found not guilty. Soon after the verdicts, the LA riots exploded. Fast forward to last summer. The killing of George Floyd by a Minneapolis police officer led to protests across the country and around the world. Laura King, Rodney King's daughter, spent part of the day handing out meals to residents at Imperial Courts Public Housing in Watts. It's part of the work the Rodney King Foundation does. She says if her father were alive today, this is what he would say.
30 years is a long time to still be asking the same question because nothing has changed. Yet the date and the name, there's like other Rodney Kings, there's other George Floyds, and I'm sure tomorrow will be somebody else. And the question is, why are we still here? Why can't we get along?
Los Angeles Congresswoman Karen Bass wrote an editorial for USA Today expressing her views on what's happened since the King beating.
Bottom line is that no one ever believed what we said was happening with the Los Angeles Police Department. And I felt confident that once the world saw that video, that it would lead to transformative change in policing.
30 years later, she's leading the effort to pass the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act.
There are provisions in the bill that support police departments in terms of calling for accreditation and training. And then there is a part of the bill that supports communities, providing grants to communities to re-envision policing.
And the message from Rodney King's daughter is simply this: let's do some good, but also work on getting along. In Watts, I'm Sid Garcia, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.